Good evening, Rotorua. Tonight on City News, Waiariki Institute of Technology launched their Charity House project. A road safety roadshow is on this weekend at the Central Mall, and Fish and Game stock lakes in the Eastern Bay of Plenty. The Waiariki Institute of Technology launched their Charity House project this week with a ceremony at Placemakers. The project will see a house built and sold at auction each year for the next 5 years, with money raised going to the Rotary Club of Rotorua Sunrise for distribution in the community. Students at Waiariki's carpentry, electrical and interior design courses will drive the build, with local tradespeople on hand to help. Placemakers branch manager Peter Breen says he had no hesitation in jumping on board with the project.
Well, what an ideal project for us. I mean, we're all about building and helping build New Zealand, and with Polytech, Waiariki Institute of Technology, it's a great opportunity for us to get in and support them with their carpentry students, and they can get an idea of a feel for what it's like to build a house that's going to be on a real site, so they're going to get it as a real opportunity.
Waiariki Chief Executive Margaret Noble says the project would strengthen the connection between local trade businesses and the Institute's trade students.
Yeah, I think it's great. I mean, at Waiariki we are very much focused on sort of practical, applied, professional learning for our students, and we try to make sure they have a chance to work with employers, to work on real-life projects. So actually coming here, building the house, working with all the partners we've got, I think it's an absolutely fantastic experience for them, and one that's going to give them the skills as well as the knowledge and the communication to, you know, enter into future careers.
And we have more on the Charity House in tonight's City News. Rotorua District Council, the Police, Fire Service and St John have been promoting road safety messages around the city. Earlier this week the campaign was in the City Focus, and this weekend sets up in the Central Mall. RDC Road Safety Programs Manager Jodie Lawson says the campaign is focused on the Don't Drink and Drive message. She says they are providing a visual image to the drink and drive statistics, and that's helping reinforce the message.
We're just using an opportunity to sort of target our community and pedestrian traffic. We've simulated a crash scene, and we're just trying to highlight the consequences of drinking and driving.
Have you had much feedback from the residents of Rotorua as they come through?
Actually, we've had some really good conversations from people of all ages, which is really neat. Some of the resources that we've been handing out are really popular, and it's dragging in more. I know that the wristbands are a hit with our teenagers, so that's pretty neat.
Now behind us is a car that's been dinged up and obviously been in an accident. That must be quite hard hitting for some people when they see things like that, and it sort of hits home and say, hey, that could be me.
That's right. That's what we're actually trying to make people aware of, because I think we see stats and we just see them as numbers. But what we're actually trying to do is give a visual image to those numbers, so hopefully it will make people stop and think. I mean, everyone's going to go out and celebrate still. What we're saying is, if you are going to celebrate, if you are going to be drinking, organise a safe, sober ride home.
Jodie Lawson says they're running a competition and quiz with a $100 petrol voucher as prize. And congratulations to Arataki Primary School on being the first school in the Western Bay of Plenty to gain bronze accreditation as part of the Health Promoting Schools program. The program, run by Toitoora Public Health Service, aims to improve the health and well-being of participating school communities in the Bay of Plenty and Lakes District. A health promoting school focuses on how the social, physical, cultural and spiritual environment of a school can impact on student health, well-being and ability to learn effectively. Principal of Arataki Primary School, Dean Langley, says the whole school, including staff, parents and children, has embraced the concept of being a health promoting school. He says Arataki Primary School is improving in areas of mental well-being, in creating and sustaining a sun-smart environment, and by improving student nutrition and being more environmentally responsible. Sounds good to me. In sport tonight, a martial arts gym is helping turn the lives of young people around by using fitness and discipline. Instructor Wayne Tumarais says their philosophy is to lead by example and offer basic instruction and training to improve health. He says he knows from parents themselves about changes in their children.
One particular parent, I'll just use an example. He told me a few months ago that his son was having trouble at school. And since he's been coming to boxing, it's changed everything, and even he's seen the change in his son Hamish over the course of time that he's been boxing. I think the general response from parents is positive, and that's shown in the numbers that we've maintained and the same kids that have been coming back since we've started, so yeah, it's all positive.
And Rotorua Fish and Game are on a road trip this weekend to stock up small lakes in the Upper Wairoa River catchment on the east coast. Fish and Game Officer Mark Sherburn says 700 rainbow and brown trout will be released into the lakes, which are part of the Waikari Moana Power Scheme and is one of the few the Nongataha hatchery makes to the smaller fisheries in the eastern region. He says as well this summer, the 5-yearly creel survey of anglers will be carried out at Lake Waikari Moana, and anglers will be asked about their catch rates, and officers will also gather data including trout length and weight. Mr Sherburn says the survey will provide a snapshot of how healthy the fishery is compared to earlier surveys. And to your weather update now, Rotorua, brought to you by Bidvest Food Service. Tonight, the chance of a shower, light winds, a low of 9. Tomorrow forward to Saturday, looks good though, fine weather, light winds, a high of 22 and a low of 10. And the outlook for Sunday, similar, fine with light winds, a high of 23 and a low of 12. To the marine forecast for Saturday, variables 10 knots, waves less than ½ metre and mostly sunny. And don't forget to check out our program listings, and to upload your videos you can go to tvrotorua.co.nz. And coming up after the break, we're at the launch of the Waiariki Charity House project. Andy George has news about the More FM Christmas appeal and the family they're collecting for. And Alan Solomon wraps up the year with the Chamber of Commerce CEO Roger Gordon.